And I'm joined with my last guest of the evening, one half of Galaxy's finest, Austin Acid. He's joining me right now. What's good, man?
Hey, what's good, Kenny? What's good?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for being on the show. I appreciate it, man.
Oh, of course, of course. It's an honor, man. It's an honor.
So I've interviewed your partner in wine in Rocket twice. I've interviewed him earlier in January. So I got you on. So I got both members of Galaxy Finest. So that's pretty dope. And you definitely been on the grind with some new music on the way. We'll get into the talk about your new music in just a bit. And I'm also, but first, how's everything with you with this whole pandemic going on? How's the family? How's everyone doing?
Oh, everybody's great, man. Everybody's great. How's your family doing and everything?
Family went through some things, but a couple members did test positive, but they have fully
Ah,
recovered since then. So
awesome.
I check up on them every week, so they feeling a lot better. So luckily the symptoms wasn't that bit overwhelming, and they was able to recover just fine. Um, so everyone's doing all right. I'm glad your family's doing well as well. So before we get to the new music, how did you and Rocket became Galaxy's finest, and how did that came to be?
Man, we've known each other, Kenny, for years. I mean, ever since high school, and we had started doing music back in high school together, just messing around with stuff and everything. And we had started a little crew called Stellar Squad Entertainment, and then we eventually kind of disbanded it and started doing our own solo careers. And right after that, we talked about it for a little bit. We were like, man, we would feature each other on tracks during our solo careers and like some of our albums and stuff. But and people always said we had a lot of energy on our tracks and loved them, so we figured we would just form something and just we went from there. Galaxy's finest, man.
Y'all definitely are quite the duo. Um, I've been a fan from a distance for years. So after I interviewed Rocket the first time, I started to listen to your old music, and it sounds pretty unique. Definitely different. Definitely, stand out for everybody else as far as hip hop artists here in Kentucky. Um, you're definitely talented, and profound respect to you fellas for what y'all doing, bring something different to the local scene. So y'all definitely have so much good going for you with the hard work and everything, the work that y'all put in. So that's pretty dope. Um, so for the purpose of this interview is to promote your new music, the pilot, and then you let me. I got an early listen of the album. It ain't even out yet, and I got to listen to the whole album, and it's pretty dope, man. So, how you feeling about this album?
But I do have a solo album coming out as well later on.
Oh,
It's called Chow Down. So we've been sitting here at the same time of working on this Galaxy's Finest album. We've been working on our respective solo projects as well. This album is really, really dope. It's some of our best work yet. We've got some bigger names on there. Chino XL
mm-hmm.
is one of the rappers we've got on there, and we also got self-titled from Demigods, and we got him on there as well, and just a few other homies and stuff. Dope Fresh to Don from Louisville. Our homie Rondo jumped on there to do a hook, and man, it's been long hours in the studio working on this together, and just so many nights not barely sleeping, maybe a couple of hours,
Hmm.
and it's just, we've also got, day jobs as well. So it's been it's been a ride, but it's, it seems like it's going to pay off with this album for sure.
One thing I noticed on this record, you have an artist by the name of Casey Kane on Scully and Motor Mania. That's definitely one of my favorite songs. And speaking of Casey, because of you, I got an interview with him in late February. And he's definitely got a whole bunch of shows coming up. Um, so with this new music that you fellas have, are y'all gonna be performing this year?
Um, yes, yes, sir. We'll actually be performing on in the same venue as Case on March 26th
Hmm.
in Louisville, Kentucky. I think it's Fern Valley Hall, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And we're planning on um, we're planning on performing Scully and Motor Mania on the set list. I won't say any other tracks from it, just in case, to keep it a surprise. But
Yeah.
it'll definitely be me and Rocket as Galaxy's Finest performing that night. Um, yeah, so that's one show we have coming up. I know Rocket has a solo show coming up.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think. I believe it's in March. I could be wrong. Um, yeah, but I did see where he had that. I think it's like I said, I believe it's in March, but like I could be wrong.
I think it's either February or March, but either way,
Oh,
he's
March 7th.
yeah,
March
March
7th.
7th. All right, cool. So March 7th, Rocket solo show that's coming up, and then Galaxy Finest with Casey at Louisville as well. Definitely check those shows out if you are near the Louisville area. Bring a mask with you, obviously. Be 6 feet apart. That's gonna be enforced. So definitely, but nonetheless, man, if you feel comfortable, if you ain't COVID positive, obviously, just show up. They probably check your temperature and everything, and you get in, and that's it. You're good to go. Get out there and support this local hip hop thing. So I really enjoyed this pilot um, album from you fellas, and it's very rare that I get an early listen of an album before it's actually released. I like the song with Casey. I like the song with the Don out of Louisville, and I also like the song that you have suggested that I play. I think it's "Act Like You Is." That's
Yes,
a
sir.
song that I will be playing. I guess you could call this the world premiere of this particular song. So that's pretty dope. I look forward to that. And because of you, man, I'm getting into the merchandise game of sorts. So I got this new logo and I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. I was definitely working on like t-shirts and face masks and everything. And I see you got merchandise as well. Talk about the merch, man, and where can people go buy it?
Yeah, man, we've got Rocket has his own merch on his Teespring, and then he has like a couple of different T-shirts and stuff, and then I also have I think he might have leggings as well, but and then I have my own solo merch as well. It's teespring.com/stores/Austin Acid. That's ACYD, and I have everything from T-shirts to sweatshirts to hoodies to face masks. I mean, I've even got fleece blankets and beach towels on there. So I mean, cool looking logo. It's got the slug acid. It's got him on there, and we also have another T-shirt that mimics a comic book cover. And then
Mm.
I have more merch designs being talked about and on the way. And I know Galaxy's Finest, once we get the album out and we get the listens and stuff like that, we also will have some Galaxy's Finest merch on the way as well. There's no release date for that yet though, but we definitely have some done and ready, as but we just want to get the listens first.
Gotcha. So Galaxy Finest album, The Pilot, is coming soon. Do you fellas have a release date for The Pilot? When can people expect the release of this record?
Yes, sir. February 1st. And you mentioned Act Like You Is. We also are going to debut the music video for Act Like You Is on February 1st as well. People can go onto our YouTube. It's just youtube.com/Galaxy's Finest. And when they go there, there's actually, they can, there's a countdown, a timer on there for when it comes out. February 1st at 1 a.m., I believe. And once and yeah, so then people can look forward to that as well as the album.
All right, so February 1st, which is actually this coming Monday, actually. So it'll be here before you know it. So check it out. The music video, Act Like You Is, that's going to be on the exact same day. And go check it out. And Austin Acid also has a solo album coming out after this. But for the time being, get ready for Galaxy Finest with The Pilot. It's coming out February the 1st. And Act Like You Is music video on that exact same day. This is pretty dope, man. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Thank you again for letting me listen to this album before the release. And I'm definitely going to buy the album as well. So I definitely appreciate the support and everything. So as far as, hip hop in particular, man, you are known for the mask. I noticed the pictures you have. You got the mask, man. Talk about the inspiration behind the wearing the mask, as far as with your music and all.
Oh yes. Well, basically the when you listen to my music in particular, you'll hear like this high pitched voice kind of behind me and things,
Mm-hmm.
and that is actually the alien creature that's the mask on my face. His name is Acid, and my name's Austin. That's where you get the name Austin Acid. And he basically uses me as a vessel and raps through me. Um, and it's just, it's a way just for me to express myself and stand out. And it's just, I don't know, man. I just like it. It's just cool. I will say that one of my inspirations, definitely with the mask, is MF Doom, R.I.P. I listened to his music extensively, and it definitely was a huge inspiration on the my lyricism and also the wearing of the mask as well.
Yeah, most definitely. Rest in peace to MF Doom. So it was announced his passing was announced on New Year's Eve, but he actually passed away in October, and people didn't know it until the end of the year. So there was, that was devastating, regardless of when it was announced. But he definitely meant so much to independent underground hip hop artists like yourself. He's influenced so many people, man, and he made it cool to wear a mask. You talk about people with, you know, Slit Rick with the eye patch, Flavor Flav with the clock, with the wrong time, but that's another topic for another time. And then you got MF Doom with the mask. Just synonymous, man. Just well respected. And he was definitely one of those few hip hop artists that I know that just did music didn't get into trouble or anything. Just follow his own path, follow his own lane. Didn't try to sound like anybody. He was that dude. So props to MF Doom for inspiring so many artists like yourself, man. He was very talented, and he will definitely be missed by so many.
Oh yes, for sure, for sure. He, like I said, he inspired me to to keep going, with my stuff as well, and to stand out from the crowd and be as creative as I can be.
So, as far as who else do you consider as influences, as other than MF Doom? Who are some other artists, whether it's mainstream or locally, have inspired you as far as your music?
Well, let's see, Mac Miller. Um, I like Action Bronson. He's an inspiration. Wu-Tang Clan for sure, with that
Mm.
old grimy, gritty boom bap. You could probably hear the influence in the beats on, because I made all of the beats except one um track on Galaxy's Finest, and I make all my own beats now as well. So that yeah, the Wu-Tang is definitely an inspiration, just the way they are. Earl Sweatshirt. Um, Man, there's so many I could name. There really is. We'd be here all night, man. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, like yeah, because I love hip hop as a whole, man. It's a culture, It's rap is something you do, hip hop's something you live. Shout out to KRS-One for that. So, like, that's how I feel about it, and I study it, I love it, I live it, I breathe it.
Respect to you. Shout out to Rocket as well. Appreciate him for being on the show earlier this month and having you on. It's pretty cool. And check out the album, The Pilot, Galaxy's Finest, coming out this Monday, February the 1st. Will be available on all digital music platforms. And go check out the music video for the song Act Like You Is. That is also going to be out on the exact same day. So y'all starting off the month of February big. So I'm definitely looking forward to this release. And being a Spotify addict that I am, I'm definitely going to be playing a lot of these songs, and for sure. So but before I let you go ahead and promote your social media links, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any other links. Where can people check you and Galaxy Finest on social media?
Yes, you can go to any social media, really. Facebook, Instagram. Just if you Google Austin Acid, ACYD, I'll come straight up on there. You can hear all of our music on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, just really anywhere music can be streamed or sold. And yeah, same for Galaxy's Finest. Once this comes out, we've already sent it out through our distributor, so it should be out right at February 1st. Everywhere. And I'd also like to give a few shout outs.
Mm-hmm.
Shout outs to Rocket for sure, and everybody that helped make this album possible. Shout outs to my grandmother. I love you, Mama. Shout outs to my girlfriend as well. She's been a major support system as well throughout this. I love you, baby. And shout outs to the inner circle. You know who you are. And the outer circle, stand up.
Well said, man. Shout out to everybody, man, that's been supporting you and Rocket, man. Y'all definitely have quite the support, and it's definitely encouraging to get support from family, friends, and fellow hip hop peers. So that's definitely a big deal. So, don't forget, go buy the merch at Teespring. From Austin Acid, T-shirts, face masks, all types of stuff on Teespring. Just look up Austin Acid, that's ACYD, and go buy the merch, man. Go support these local artists. And Austin, man, great to finally have you on the show. want to thank you so much for being on. And once you hang up, I will go ahead and play Act Like You Is. Act Like You Is. But thank you, man, for being on the show. Looking forward to this album to be out. Continued success. And more importantly, be safe. Thanks for your time, man.